So let's begin by taking our backs down onto the mat. And just take a moment to allow your body to soften and relax. And bring your heels up towards your buttocks. Extend your arms out to the sides. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lower your knees to the left. Inhale back to the center. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the center. Bring your feet up off the ground and hug your knees into your chest. And take your hand to each knee and pull the knees out to the sides. Bring your feet together, take your hands down to the outside edges of the feet and hug your heels in towards your groin. And then pull the feet out to the sides, soles of the feet facing up. Come into happy baby. Gently rock from side to side on the bottom of your back. Bring the soles of the feet back in. Take your hands to the balls of the feet and straighten the legs as much as you can. And let the feet relax out to the sides, just supporting your legs, still holding on to the balls of the feet. Bring the feet back in and pull back. Ease the tension off, relax the knees, let the feet come down to the ground. And bring your heels up towards your buttocks. Your arms alongside your body. Push down through the feet to lift your hips up in bridge. And keeping your hips pushed up, raise your arms up and reach to the ground above your head. Come up onto the tiptoes. Let your heels come down. Bring the hands back alongside your body. And let your hips come down to the ground. Extend your arms out to the side and lift the feet up. Let your knees relax over to the left. And bring them back to the center. And relax over to the right. And back to the center again. Lower the soles of the feet down to the ground. Bring your arms in. Turn onto your side. Over onto your front, bringing your forearms up alongside your chest. Lift your chin and chest, come into Sphinx. Keeping pressure down through your forearms, bend your knees, squeeze your heels up towards your buttocks. And then allow your insteps back down to the ground. Bring your arms alongside your body, palms facing up. Lift your chin and chest, lift your arms, lift your legs. Come into locust. And then bring your arms alongside your body and stretch out in front. Bring your arms back. And lower your whole body down to the ground. bring your arms in underneath your chest and push up to Cobra. Keeping pushing down, bend your knees and squeeze your heels up. And allow your insteps down. Take your weight back onto your heels and stretch out in front. Bring your weight forward. Sink your hips down, coming back to Cobra. And then sit back onto the heels again. Lift your hips up, come onto the balls of the feet. And walk your hands back. Come onto the balls of the feet. And if you can, bring your hands into the heart, so we're coming to a toe stand. Let your hands come back down to the ground. Straighten the legs. Bring your chest in towards the thighs in forward fold. And take your feet out to the edges of the mat. Turn your toes out slightly. Sink your hips down. Bring the hands into the heart in garland. And then straighten the legs. Fold forward. And bring your feet in, so we're back in a forward fold. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. Interlace your fingers, take a side bend over to the left. And back to the centre, and over to the right. And back to the centre again. Take an inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down to the sides. And come up to the front of your mat. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Step back across the mat with your right foot. Turning your toes out, raise your arms up so we're coming to warrior one. Hinge forward over your left thigh, reach out with your fingers. And then turn your shoulder to face up, stretching out with both hands. Lower your right hand down to the thigh, lift your left hand up, stretch back to reverse warrior. Then bring both hands to shoulder height, palms facing down. So we're in warrior two. Take an inhale, reach up, and exhale, sink your body down into warrior two again. Straighten your left leg, turn your chest to look down the mat. Fold forward to a long pyramid. Then allow the left knee to bend. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Lift your chin so we're in runner's lunge. And then step up to the front of the mat. Take a step back on your left foot now, turning the toes out. Raise your arms up into warrior one. Hinge forward over your right thigh, stretching out with the fingers. And then turn your left shoulder up. Reach out with both hands again. Allow your hand down to the thigh. Bring your right arm up, stretch back to reverse warrior. And then bring both hands to shoulder height, palms facing down. Into warrior two. Straighten the leg, take an inhale, reach up. And exhale, sink back down to warrior two. Straighten the right leg, turn your chest to look down the mat. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. And allow the right knee to bend. Come on to the ball of the left foot. Into runner's lunge. And then step up to forward fold. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. The left hand down onto the thigh, reach over with the right hand. Reach up with both hands. Lower the right hand down onto the thigh. Stretch over with the left. And reach up with both hands. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Step back on the left foot. And then on the right, come into downward facing dog. And bring your chest forward to plank. Lower your chest down. Feet onto the insteps and push up to cobra. Take your weight back onto your heels. And stretch out in front. And bring your chest forward, curl your toes under. Push your hips back up to downward facing dog. Raise your right leg up. And keeping the leg raised. Bring your chest forward to plank. Lower your chest almost down to the ground. Turn both feet onto the insteps. And push up to upward facing dog. Feet back onto the balls of the feet and lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. And raise the left leg up. Then keeping the leg raised, if you can, bring your chest forward to plank. And lower your chest almost down, feet onto the insteps. And push up with a straight arm. Go into upward facing dog. Feet back onto the balls of the feet. And come back to downward facing dog. Let your knees come down to the mat. Sit back on your heels and stretch out in front. Bring your chest forward. Sink your hips down to cobra. And then allow your chest to come down to the ground, so you're bringing your forearms up and come into Sphinx. Put your feet onto the balls of the feet and lift your hips. Elbow supported plank. Raise the left leg up. and lower down. Raise the right leg up. And lower down. Rock your hips over to the left, back to the centre, and over to the right. Back to the centre again. Let your hips come down. Bring your hands in under your chest and push your weight back onto your heels. Bring your chest forward. Curl your toes under, push up to downward facing dog. And then walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Come into forward fold. Come up onto the tips of your fingers in half lift. Straighten your back, look into the ground in front of you. And soften your back. Take hold of the elbows and let your upper body hang loose. Let your hands come back down to the ground. Step back across the mat with your right foot. Turn your body to face the long side of the mat with your toes pointing forward. You're in a wide leg forward fold. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. Lower the right hand down onto the thigh, reach over with the left. Lower the left hand down, reach over with the right. Raise both arms up. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Take your weight over onto the right leg, onto the left heel, and let your chest sink down towards the thigh. And then transfer your weight over to the front of the mat. So in a deep runner's lunge. And walk your hands back to the centre. Shift your weight over to the left leg, straightening the right, coming up onto the heel. Let your chest sink down. And then shift your weight over into that deep runner's lunge. And then walk back to the centre. And wide leg forward fold. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower them down to shoulder height. Twist to look back over your left shoulder. And back to the centre. Twist to look over your right shoulder. And back to the centre again. Turn your left foot out, taking your left hand behind the back. Ease over towards the left thigh, raising your right hand up. And allow the left knee to bend, bring the hand onto the thigh. Stretch over to side angle. Lower the hand down to the thigh, straighten your left leg. And reach back with the left hand. Lower your left hand down. Turn your left foot in. Turn your right foot out. Right hand behind the back. Reach around your waistband and hinge over the right thigh, raising your left hand up. An unsupported triangle. Bend your right leg, bring the hand onto the thigh. Stretch over with your left hand. Lower the hand down to the thigh, straighten your right leg and stretch back with the right hand. And lower your right hand down, bring your toes to point forward. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Take both hands out to the feet if you can, the calves or the ankles if you can't. Let the crown of your head come down towards the ground. And take an inhale, raise your arms up and toe and heel your feet in. And come to seated, both feet out in front. And then bring your right foot into the side of the thigh. Lift your chest up, take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands out so your chest's coming over the right thigh. Back to the centre. Take an inhale, raise your arms up and exhale, lower down. Bring your left foot in, take the right foot out in front. Arms alongside your hips, lift your chest up. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands round to the left so your chest's coming over the bent left thigh. And then back to the centre. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, lower down. Bring both feet in. Hands to the sides of the hips. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. Stretch up and push the fingers up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then bring your arms down to chest height. Push your fingers away from you. Let your chin come in towards your chest. Raise the hands up again. And lower to shoulder height. Bend your arms at the elbows, pull back across the chest. Lower your right arm down and pull your left shoulder back. Come back to the centre. Lower your left elbow down, pull your right shoulder back. And lower back to the centre. Stretch up with both hands. Take an inhale and lower down behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Push the hands away from the bottom of the back and lift your chest up. Exhale. Hinge forward. Lower your right shoulder down, look up over your left. And lower your left shoulder down, look up over your right. Come back to the centre. You can inhale, Lift your body up, let go of the hands, bring them up towards the sky, and exhale, lower down to the sides. Put your right hand over to the left knee, left hand to the ground behind your back. Twist to look back over your left shoulder. And back to the centre. Your right hand over onto the left knee. Left hand behind your back. Twist to look back over your left shoulder. And relax, come forward. Right hand to the mat. Lift your left hand up and stretch over. Allow your left hand down to the mat. Right hand palm up. Reach up and stretch over. Reach up and lower both hands down to the sides. Take an inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise your arms up, and exhale, lower down to the sides. Take your feet out in front. Bring your back down onto the mat. Bring the knees up off the ground and hug your knees into your chest. Take both hands over onto the left leg. Pull back on the left. Ease the tension off on the left. Straighten the right, both hands over onto the right leg and pull back. And then ease the tension off. Straighten both legs. Reach down the back of your calves if you can and bring the head and shoulders up off the mat. And allow the knees to bend. Lower the soles of the feet down to the ground. Extend your arms out to the sides. Cross your right leg over the top of the left leg. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the knees to the right. Inhale back to the centre. And exhale over to the left. And inhale back to the centre. Right foot down to the ground. Cross your left leg over the top of the right. Take an inhale here. Lower your knees over to the left. Inhale back to the centre. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the centre. Take both feet down to the ground. Relax your knees out to the sides. Bring the soles of the feet together. And then extend your feet down to the bottom of the mat. Take your ankles apart. Relax the toes out to the sides. And bring your arms to a position that's comfortable for you. And take your awareness up to the crown of your head. Scan down through your head and face. Relaxing the muscles in the face and the jaw. Relax the neck and shoulders. Relax the upper arms and elbows, forearms and wrists. Relax the hands, the thumbs and the fingers. Bring your awareness back up your arms, across your shoulders and into your upper body. Relax the chest and rib cage. Relax the muscles across the top of the back. And round the shoulder blades and down the sides of the spine. Relax the bottom of the back, the muscles around the sides of the body. And relax the stomach muscles. Relax the pelvis and hips. Relax the muscles in the buttocks. Relax the hamstrings at the back of the legs. Relax the muscles in the thighs. Relax the knee joints, the calves and the shins. Relax the ankles, the feet and the toes. And bring your awareness into your breathing now. And start to count the breaths as they come in and out. Breathe in, count 1. And breathe out 2. Breathe in, count 3. And breathe out 4. And carry the count on yourself. When you get to 10, come back to 1. Start again on an inhale. Remembering, as always with this practice, don't think you've done something wrong when your mind wanders off, because your mind will always wander off. Just treat it as an opportunity to practice bringing your awareness away from the thoughts that are in your mind and back to your breathing. Anytime your mind wanders off, just recognise it and then bring your awareness gently back to your breathing. Back to 1. Start again on an inhale. Now release the focus from your breathing. Bring your awareness to physical sensations in your body. the feelings in the muscles and joints, the feeling of contact between your body and the ground. Notice the places that you can feel your body moving as the breath comes in and goes out. Now let's gently start to bring some movement back into the body. Move your hands and feet. Move your knees and hips. Move your chest and back. Move your arms and shoulders. Move your head and neck. And then when you're ready, if you turn on to your right side, and in your own time, bring yourself back up to seated. Just taking a moment or two here, just to allow yourself to enjoy that feeling of relaxation in your body. That sense of stillness in your mind. It's a result of you focusing on the rhythm of your breathing. Remembering that you can use the breath at any time during the day to bring your awareness back to the present moment. And take a deep breath in now. And out. And if you've had your eyes closed, gently open them now. Namaste.